What's going on, folks? Your iPhone guru here, and today I wanted to touch bases on a subject that has a lot of people offended, especially black people here in America. Um, they're mad because H&M, which is a popular clothing retailer around the world, but apparently they think that H&M was racist or insensitive for an ad they put out, which featured a black boy in a hoodie that said "coolest monkey in the jungle." So they're thinking that they were insensitive to the black community here in America because we've historically been called monkeys by white people and other racist type people um, who were trying to offend us when they said monk and they call us monkey. Now, this is why I think that we have to be a little bit more understanding of cultures all around the world and of our own culture here in America, and understanding of where our place is in the spectrum of the human races. There's only one race, right? So we're all humans, right? Everybody's supposed to be humans. So when you think of that and you take that into account, think about that little black boy. Now, say you're H&M, and you have this sweater. You thought about it. You thought it would be cool, coolest monkey in the jungle. And say you had a white boy supposed to come and model this hoodie. So imagine the white boy wasn't able to come in, so he wasn't able to model the hoodie. And there are other kids there to choose from that could model it. So you've got black kids, you've got Chinese kids, you got white kids, and you say, "Hey, there's a black guy here. He fits he'd be good for it." And there's a guy on the side. He says, "No, you can't let the black guy do it." And he's like, "Why not?" No, because that would be offensive. That would be racist. And the black guy and his family, they're there and they want to get the check. I'm pretty sure they paid him pretty good. And he wants to get the check, and he's like, "No, we can't use you." And you're like, "Why? I'm just like everybody else here. Why can't I be a part of it?" No, because we might offend some people. And then you start to see where the slippery slope develops because you have the capacity to offend certain people, you offend a certain person in the long run, because that little boy, he had a right to work. He had a right to model that sweater just like everybody else. Now his parents had a right to say no. They didn't, because they felt that was an opportunity that anybody was capable of taking, and he had just as much of a right to wear it as everybody else. I don't think that anybody would be offended if there was a white kid modeling it. And for that to be the case, we are saying that the sweater itself was not offensive. What was offensive was that they chose to allow a black man or a black boy to model it, which goes against everything that we are trying to strive for. We're trying to strive for equality. We're trying to strive for being a part just like everybody else. And we know for a fact there would be no uproar. There would be no apology from H&M. There would be no need for an apology had that sweater been modeled by a white boy. So we got to stop and take a look at what is actually what's happening. And if the Swedish company there was trying to be offensive, if they were deliberately trying to be offensive, that's one thing. And even if they were trying to be offensive, they have a right to be offensive. And we also, as black people and people who are offended, have a right to either support them or not. But sometimes we have to stop and say, okay, were these people being offensive? Was that something I should actually be offended by? Were they just maybe being stupid or ignorant? Maybe they were in bad taste. Maybe, possibly. But we have to address these things with the sensitivity that we expect others to do, so we don't end up in the same position as them, and we don't end up handicapping ourselves for that, because now they might think twice about hiring a black kid because they don't want to offend, and now that's taken away from our opportunities. So we have to be very cognizant of how we approach these subjects, because not everybody's out to get us. I'm Branson Edwards, your iPhone guru. Like, subscribe, and make sure you comment below so we can have an open discussion and maybe get the roundtable discussion started up so we can see where we go next from here. See you guys later.